Hey, it's Tony again from Type 5. It's a nice fall day today. The leaves are really starting to change color, but I really have to stay on top of them before they start piling up too quickly. So today I thought I'd share with you guys a really awesome leaf blower that I've been using for about the past 2 years now. I got it last Father's Day. Couldn't be happier with it. It's this 80 volt leaf blower by Masterforce, which is actually made by Greenworks specifically for Menards. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it up here so you can see me take up some of these leaves from the backyard and see how it works a little bit. While I'm doing that, I'll tell you some of the things that I like, and we'll see how it performs. I originally purchased this blower to replace an older 25cc gas-powered Craftsman one because I was tired of constantly dealing with carburetor issues from the cold weather and mixed gas, and I haven't looked back since. Now, normally I would mow and bag the leaves in this area, but this first test will give you a good idea of how much you can cover on a single charge. I picked up this model specific from Menards for about $250, and it comes with a rapid charger and a 2 amp hour battery. While this clip is sped up, I was able to run the blower non-stop here on turbo mode for about 11 minutes straight, though from experience, normal use will give you a much longer working run time with the included battery. In fact, the Greenworks version of this blower on Amazon lists for a little over $300, but includes the same rapid charger and a larger 4 amp hour battery, which gives you over 20 minutes of non-stop turbo runtime. I'll leave a link in the description below for this version, since the larger battery is definitely worth it. To be honest, I was a little hesitant on purchasing the blower originally because of the price, but after using it for a while, the time it saved me and the convenience of not having to deal with gas has definitely made it worth the cost. I chose this blower over the Ego because Greenworks makes a dedicated 80 volt stick edger that uses the same batteries, which I'll also be doing a review on, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. Both the 80 volt edger and blower work really well together, and I can complete my entire driveway and sidewalk on a single battery. But if you do happen to get a second battery and charger, with normal use, by the time one battery is dead, the second is ready to go. So I found that I really haven't had any significant downtime waiting on batteries to charge while doing work around the house. Now that we got a nice pile of leaves here, I wanted to give a comparison for when you're out shopping for your own leaf blower. So I have an older Ryobi 18 volt leaf blower here that I used to use before I picked up this one from Masterforce or Greenworks. And this leaf blower is rated for 150 miles per hour and 200 CFMs, while the Greenworks version is rated for 170 miles per hour at 730 CFMs. Now, it's the CFMs that you're really interested in because that's going to be the force of air that's actually pushing the leaves. Any leaf blower, you can stick a tinier nozzle on it and make the mile per hour increase. But for more power, you're going to be wanting more CFMs. So I'm going to show both of these in use side by side so you can get an idea of the sound difference as well as the force difference. And then you could use that when you're researching and deciding on your own leaf blower to pick up for this fall. So to start this comparison, I got a nice line defined for my leaves here. I'm going to start with the Ryobi one and start from about here and see how far it can push the leaves out. And then we'll switch over to the Greenworks or Masterforce 80 volt blower, and we'll see how that can do with and without the turbo mode enabled. So we'll start first with the Ryobi. So that's roughly 1, 2, maybe 3 feet worth of blowing distance there. Then we switch over to the Greenworks. Now that's without turbo enabled. This will be with turbo. turbo mode enabled, that puts you at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, roughly 9-foot radius on a general sweep here for your blowing pattern, which is pretty awesome. Now, if you really want to know how strong a leaf blower is, put it up against a giant pile of wet leaves. I'm out here this morning doing these tests, so these leaves aren't exactly perfectly dry. They get really heavy when you put them up in a big pile like this. So I'm going to test both the Ryobi and the Masterforce Greenworks blower to see how well it can actually push a pile of leaves. Both of them will do fine with pushing small amounts of leaves together, but once they start getting into multiple layers and piles, you'll see where having the extra CFMs really make a difference. So check this out. Again, starting with the Ryobi. Like I said, it's not going to do much to try to push this pile of leaves out of the way. So let's switch over to the Greenworks version. That's without turbo mode. Of course, that's with turbo mode. Like I said, I really like this leaf blower, and so if you're in the market for one, I really recommend you check this one out. Now, that'll do it for today's video. As always, I've done the research, so you don't have to.